let's transition to this stupid tweet Mr. Pokke made. Let's transition over to this tweet yet. Let's do that. Again, gonna make it clear, I haven't read this tweet yet. I was making a little joke. It was being a little hyperbolic. I haven't read the tweet. I don't know if it's retarded or not. It was 8 minutes after Techie tweet about it isn't about morals. Holy shit, really? It was 8 minutes after Techie's tweet. Okay, let's read this. Bittersweet. I can't remember the Twitter user that made this fan art. He's referring to this fan art, which is some very fucking good fan art. Like, holy shit. Whoever made this, big fucking shouts out to them, because that's fucking nuts. It's so fucking peak. Let me know if you find the artist. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I was lurking in text last stream listening to what I was assuming is the final time my name is mentioned. I had this very bittersweet feeling. True. I'm gonna, as I read it, I'm gonna break it down and sort of like comment on it. I hope you guys are okay with that, considering I am streaming and I need to have content, right? I need to talk about things that I read. So I want to break it down into bite-sized pieces, because there's a lot. There's a lot here, and I haven't read all of it. So I'm gonna break it down into bite-sized pieces so we can talk about it, take everything at its parts, and then at the end we will talk about it as a whole. But for now, we're gonna read something, we're gonna talk a little bit about it, read something, talk a little about it. Once we've read everything, we will talk about it as a whole. I think it's the best way to do things. He has a very bittersweet feeling. I agree. It is very sad, because I know those two were close. I know they were very close. Can't you just eat Mr. Pokke to end the drama? I could, but I don't want to do that. Those two were very close. I think they were extremely close. They were pretty good friends. They had some very good chemistry IRL, and it is very sad. It is very bittersweet. But unfortunately, it's just that's the world for you guys. Sometimes people will grow apart for whatever reasons, and we just gotta learn to accept that. It sucks. He's taken upon himself to hold back other CCs and want to talk shit and start drama with me, causing him a lot of shit in the background, and nothing of which I'm aware of. While I'm thankful he's trying to divert these CCs from coming at me, I don't see why it matters to any of us, since we both know all these CCs are irrelevant. I'm gonna stop here real quick. I'm gonna stop here and talk about this, because that's insane. This is insane. Like, holy shit. Rice Gum? Dude, Lens knows. Lens knows exactly what I was just about to say. Lens knows exactly what I was about to say. He sounds like fucking Rice Gum. I don't know if you guys are aware of, like, the old Rice Gum. He was a very big content creator in the past. Where basically his entire thing, this Rice Gum guy, he's like, oh yeah, like, fuck all these people who are critical of me, or who are saying bad things about me. They're irrelevant, right? Calling people irrelevant because they don't have a higher or a high CCV is probably some of the most deranged, insane thing to say. So, this sounds like, guys, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like a Ms. Kiff-ass response. Oh, fuck these people. They don't mean anything. Their opinions are irrelevant because they don't have as high CCV as I do. So you know what? Any content creators that are smaller than me, any content creators that don't produce as much content as me, we don't think he means it like that? What does he mean it like? What do you think he means it like that? What does he mean it like? They don't matter to him. He's right. Irrelevant to their relationship? I don't know. Not CCV wise? It kind of is. It kind of even if you keep going, their existence is meaningless to me. Let them chase their latest drama slap with my name. So he's saying he's bringing CCV into it, guys. The fact, maybe not CCV, but more like weight in the space, right? This is like weight in the space. The fact that he's like equating people making content about him to like for like drama slop and views, that's kind of shitty. That I don't like that. He sounds like Evil Larry. They're meaningless to me. Yeah, I mean that's. I think he mean it doesn't matter to him, not everyone. Maybe okay. And here's the thing. He might mean it in a certain way, And guys, here's the thing. He might mean it in a certain way, but you know what? Remember when I was having that conversation in the Gotcha Cast and I was talking about Pokke? I meant it in a different way, but I may have misrepresented what I was saying, and I owned up to it. I owned up to, yeah, maybe the things that I was saying wasn't 100% of like the true like thing I was trying to talk about, but I owned up to it. I said, you know what? Maybe I kind of was being a little bit of a dickhead. I didn't convey my thoughts properly. I'm sorry. Right? Like, I legitimately came out and said that. I said, guys, maybe I fucked up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean to literally call him, Enviosity. I meant that he's sort of becoming a caricature of himself to become Enviosity. So I recognize that, and I admitted it. Maybe he means something else here. Maybe he does mean something else, right? He entirely possibly means something else. But we are free to call him out on it, just like people were calling me out on saying he's just like Enviosity. To be fair, English is his second language. I don't think that's an excuse. Okay, even if English is your second language, you should probably like not have like a multi-paragraph thing on Twitter, and don't expect people to come after you. It's not. Wait, is it? People are saying it's not. His English is phenomenal. He does have very good English. He has very good English. English is not his second language. I am Singaporean. It's first. Oh, okay. So, you've heard it's his first as well? So here's the thing, man. Here's one of those situations that someone comes in chat, they say one thing. He said to himself it's Mandarin first. Singapore is an English-speaking country. He may be Chinese descent, but if he wasn't born in Singapore... Okay, well, regardless, I think it's a little bit of an irrelevant conversation. Because I think even if English was his second language, this isn't necessarily something that's, like, lost in translation, right? This isn't something that you could say, oh, he doesn't get English, right? He may have not meant this. This isn't a lost in translation moment. This is a legitimately... People are using my name to get views and farm the drama slot. Right? So it's like, I don't think you could, even if it was, let's play devil's advocate and say English is his second language. This isn't like he didn't mean that with what he said. No, their existence is meaningless. Let them chase their drama slop. No, that's fucked up. If he didn't mean it, what did he say in this tweet? Oh, yeah, true. Oh, 100%. Yeah, him calling out Saint directly like this just literally proves that what he meant was legitimately people are gonna chase the drama for fucking views. Anyway, even regardless, I think that's an irrelevant point if it's his first language or not. Feel free to discuss it, but it's irrelevant. None of them will come close to the influence that I've shared with tech since before I even quit my full-time job. This is interesting to me. This part is very interesting to me. Because I know maybe this paragraph isn't necessarily about me, right? This isn't necessarily about me, but I feel like he's kind of, I'm not going to say he's subtweeting me, but I also feel like I am, not to self-insert, right? I don't want to self-insert, but I feel like I am probably like sort of subtly like implied in this tweet. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading it the wrong way. It's mainly Saint. See, here's the thing. You say it's mainly Saint, but when he says these CCs, when he says other CCs, when he says their existence, like implying like multiple people, I think he's implying more than just Saint. Right? None of them will come close to the influence that I've shared with tech since before I even quit my full-time job. Okay, maybe. I think this is an AoE attack. I think this specifically here, this is an AoE, because he says none of them. So saying none of them, and now we're going to get into maybe English isn't his first language. None of them implies a group of people, not necessarily one person, right? None of them is implying multiple people. The fact that he's bringing, his like personal relationship with Techie into it, I don't want to say, I don't know how to word this properly, so I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to comment on this because I do have a specific, there's a way I want to word this in my mind, but I don't want to say shit just for the sake of saying shit because I don't want to stir up anything unnecessary and maybe be wrong about it. But this is a very weird statement to make. You're basically like, oh, my relationship with Tectone is so much better than yours is with this person. I don't know. I don't like that. He's definitely applying multiple people when he gives Saint as one example. Yeah, this is... Whatever. Whatever. Weird statement. I'm not going to say anything more about it because I have a lot of feelings about this, personally. And I think he's trying to be an asshole here. Yo, Mesotes, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Holy shit. Thank you. I feel like you're looking into it too much. I feel like if you are posting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... If you're posting a 6.5 paragraph message on Twitter, if you're posting a 6.5 paragraph message on Twitter, you're kind of opening people up to read into it very deeply. You're opening people. When you post a fucking essay, you are like, I think that's like open invitation for people to like really read between the lines. I think that's just something that happens when you post like big stuff like this, man. I don't know. Maybe that's me. But I feel like when you are posting such big like drama dumps like this, it is what it is. Anyway. If they want to farm some views because they need it, I'm all for it. This, man. If this is the most this is such a low blow. This is such a fucking low blow to basically anyone in the content creator space. Because they need it. You're probably doing it now as we speak. Maybe. I am directly involved with the drama, so I feel like I have not an obligation, but I have a right to react to a post that technically kind of has some implication of me on it. This 100% has some implication of me on it. 100%. So like, I feel like I kind of have a right, Like, if you are implied in a conversation, you should be able to talk about it. The drama side, I don't know what he told Tectone to make him think that Mr. Pokke going reservist in the army is him going to dispatch in war soon. It's just training camp for some weeks. I don't know. Messages, I don't know what that situation is. I can't speak on it. I just assumed he was going... I assumed he was going to, like, to training and maybe there was, like, something going on. So... When it comes to America, when you are like technically like recruited, I consider if you go to, like, say for example how we send I'm pretty sure, do we send units to Ukraine? I'm pretty sure we send units to Ukraine as like just like a standby, right? Like as a standby in case shit pops off. Like you just like you're sitting like at an American base, just like hanging out. Maybe not necessarily Ukraine, but just in general, right? When you are like in the country. Like Iraq, for a perfect example. After like the big Iraq war ended, when we sent American soldiers over there, and like you were just like sitting on a base, just like hanging out, gathering intel, maybe shit pops off. I consider you technically, even if you're not actively on the front lines, you're technically like you're kind of in war, right? Like you are kind of in war. Like I don't know. Regardless, I think that's irrelevant. Just wait until he compares rape and pedophilia to being called a hypocrite. Oh, saint. the day after, so 2 days ago, the day after this drama happened, no, it was the same day, actually. I went live on Sunday. Dude, I went live on Sunday when he was going over this. I jumped over to his stream. I have never seen some of the most disgusting, vile comments about me and about Techie in someone's chat legitimately ever. And you know what Mr. Poke says? You know what Mr. Poke says? He says, mods, don't put it in emote only. His mods were asking him, hey, should we put it in emote only? Like, chat's getting kind of crazy. He said, no. Leave it. Leave it open. Leave it open. Let them talk. Some of the most disgusting, vile comments I've ever fucking seen. And I spend a lot of time in people's chats. I do. I'm a big lurker. I like to just throw on someone's stream, read the chat, watch the stream while I'm kind of just like doing whatever. The worst I've ever seen Poke called, outside of the one person in his Discord. Techie did have one very unhinged person in his Discord, which we have all called out and we have all ostracized from the community. Mr. Dookie, L. Pokey. Hey, what is this guy talking about? Is he stupid? Legitimately have never seen anything remotely vile or bad against him. Except, again, for that one person. For that one person, I will acknowledge that. But multiple people in his chat and his fucking YouTube comments have said some of the most vile shit about me and Techie. And I'm sure you too, Saint. I'm sure they've said it about you too now that you're like in the front lines of this. He got too big too fast to face no consequences for his bad actions and support from Tech. You know, Saint, me and you are a lot more alike than I originally thought. Me and you are a lot more alike than I originally thought. Because I have been saying that for the past week. He has never faced adversity in his CC career. I'm going to real. I think tectone should stop bringing up smaller CCs. It's a nothing but fuck him. To an extent, I understand where you're coming from, Legions. I think the thing that Techie needs to be more cognizant of going forward, he needs to recognize bad behavior that CCs are exhibiting earlier on and correct it. Yes, chat. Tectone needs to correct their behavior. I can't get away from it, guys. Guys, I can't get away from the correction meme. How does this keep coming up? How does it keep coming up? Let's be real, Techie called me out quite even a bit, even though he's a homie and his help. Dude, Saint. 100%. Techie was not afraid to go in on Saint and said, Saint, bro, like, you're new to the space, you're making a bad name for yourself. Techie even went as far. I'm gonna give you some lore and some behind the scenes, and I hate to self-insert, but it's relevant, and I know it like because it happened to me. When Saint was like first like starting to pop off, and he was kind of making a couple enemies. Saint was being an asshole. Let's be real. He was being an asshole. Maybe he was right, but he was still being an asshole. It's like that meme from Big Lebowski. You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole. Saint was being kind of a dickhead. Let's be real. He was being a dickhead. And then Techie, when I was like, I expressed my discontent for Saint, Techie said, "Oh, let's just get you two in a call and talk it over. Just I'm gonna grab you two. I'm gonna bring you in a call. Let's talk it over. Let's be men about this. Let's hash it out." And he did. And he legitimately came and brought both of us together, and we talked it out like a human being. I know for a fact he went and talked to Saint. I know he said, "Hey, Saint, calm down a little bit. You're being a little too eager, a little too crazy with your takes," and that was it. And ever since then, Saint's turned a fucking new leaf. I love Saint now. Saint's one of my I would say he's like one of my biggest acquaintances in the space, because I said, oh shit, this guy actually is mature. He's a fucking adult, because he was able to recognize that he was doing something wrong and being problematic, and turned a new leaf. Now, Saint still probably is going to get some haters from it, from his past behaviors, but the fact that he recognized that maybe his behavior was a little bit too toxic was probably what Mr. Poke needed from Techie. And here's the thing is that I feel Techie, and I told this to Techie's face, so it's not like I'm talking behind his back. Let's stop with the talking behind people's back stuff. I feel if you're saying stuff to a public camera on your stream, you're really not talking behind people's back, because guess what? It's gonna get clipped and it's gonna get sent to them. I know 300 of these fucking viewers in my chat are probably Mr. Pokke watchers. I know 300 of them are probably in both of our chats waiting for me to slip up and say something and send it to Mr. Pokke. Talking on your stream, or talking in a capacity, like on a gotcha cast, you will never, we can have a conversation about it being talking behind someone's back, but I legitimately don't think that if you're talking about things in a public space, you're not talking behind someone's back. Maybe like little, maybe to like a very little extent, but you're talking in an open forum. Like, I know the things that I say that anytime I'm going to mention him are going to be clipped and are going to be sent to him. Sorry, I'm ignoring chat. I know I'm ignoring chat. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys know I love reading everything you say, and I'm ignoring you guys, so I'm sorry. Saint, I think you should unban Voltage. Voltage is a homie. Voltage has been so respectful and so fine in my chat. I know he's talked about he was being banned in your chat before, and he was very sad about it. Voltage is a homie. Voltage, maybe he said some stupid shit, but Voltage has been a homie, man. Okay. Anyway, what happened? Is there more drama? I'm talking about the Pokke tweet from yesterday. We're going over it and we're talking about it a little bit. Pokke farmed St. Totas first and then made him crash out, but nobody called him out. People should have let the two just battle it out, in my opinion. He faced no repercussion after memeing and farming Saint. I actually did not know that. I did not know that Pokke went after Saint first. I did not know that. Interesting. What tweet you try to stay off that site? This one. It's this one that we're talking about. I did not know there was beef originally. He is? Oh. He instigated Saint and called Techie for backup? Pokke probably went after everyone first at this point.
Word to use here is more like a flood. What's clear from the reaction across the entire community is that Hoyoverse cooked and proved that every single harsh critique regarding their character design and world building was made far too quickly. The level of scrutiny this company and game were under since its launch was absolutely absurd. Now that Hoyoverse has finally had a time to fully flesh out their vision for this game, it's safe to say they know exactly what they're doing. It's beyond fair to admit that Honkai style patches were a little bit...
it's a copy paste of Saint's video. Oh. It's a parody of Saint's video on Kuro. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay, I remember this. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I wouldn't call that necessarily like going after him. Wasn't this a parody of Saints? Yeah. I don't think that's going after him. I think copying someone's video is like a parody and like putting it on like HSR as opposed to Kuro. This is an April Fool's joke? No. Wait, what do you mean? What's an April Fool's joke? What? You talking about the video that we're just reacting to that was posted December 1st, 2024? What do you mean? This was not an April Fool's joke. This video out of context isn't anything, but it happened when everyone was calling St. Tontos a shill. Okay, I mean, I could see that. Like, I could see because of, like, the context at the time, it was kind of shitty. But I don't think, like, looking back at it without knowing full context of the situation, it's, I'd still, even knowing full context of the situation, it's kind of lukewarm. It's lukewarm, right? Maybe it's a little disrespectful. I could see that, like Saint, like, being, like, maybe a little bit upset about it. But I wouldn't, like, jump down the rabbit hole with that one. The fact that Mr. Pokke said that he does not care if small YouTuber streams shit talk him because they are nobodies, but he cried about John Seaman. Yeah, that was sort of where we were here. Basically, I don't know. This to me, and maybe he didn't mean it, guys. Maybe he didn't mean it, and maybe I'm interpreting it differently. This screams that these people are irrelevant in the gacha space. These people don't mean anything. Their words don't hold any weight because they aren't big. right? And maybe that's just my own personal bias when I take things into consideration, because I think like I see some of myself in this tweet. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We will never know. We can only infer. But it does scream that I am a big content creator. These other people are small. They don't mean anything, and their words don't mean anything either. So it's like, I don't know. That's just how I take it. You can ask him. I'm good. I really don't want to keep going over this over and over again. It's more like they're not friends of Mr. Pokke, like you and Tech. Sam was pissed that he copy-pasted the whole script. Oh, okay. It was just after Saint's video was plagiarized and he was pissed. So wait. Is the script word for word too? Like, I understand it's a parody video, but was the script literally a word for word? I remember it, I think it was, right? It was a literal word for word rip, basically. More or less. Yes, it was. The words just changed. Interesting. Yeah, but like replaced with Ho instead of Kuro. Okay, can't we just check Saint's video? I mean, we could. We could, but I don't care that much. Dude, this is crazy. Dude. Wait. I mean, guys, the last time I said this and made these comparisons, I got blown up. I got blown up. Mr. Pokke's community legitimately sent a tactical nuke directly on top of my head when I said this. They sent the tactical nuke. They got that 25 kill streak and sent the tactical nuke directly onto my fucking head. They sent the nuke, man. They sent it. My next video is gonna be either Pokke is the new Enviosity or Pokke is the new Atsu. Saint, let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need anything for that video. If you need some comments or you need me to shed some light on maybe stuff you don't know about, hit me up, man. I'm more than happy to oblige and help out with that video. Good morning, Big. Morning, Big Pile. This tweet makes it certain. Perhaps Poke is a narcissist? Kind of. Envy is the worst thing to compare to someone in the gacha space. I agree. I don't think, again, guys, let me be clear. Let me be clear. I don't think Mr. Pokke is as bad as Enviosity or Atsu. I don't even think they legitimately have. I don't think Poke has it in him to really be that piece of shit, that big of a piece of shit, right? I don't think he does. I think Poke is generally a good person, and I don't think he will ever go down that specific route of Enviosity or Atsu. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he will. He's not evil. I think he's a good person deep down inside. Legitimately do. That being said, the entire meme aspect, the entire way that Mr. Pokke sort of defends Hoyo, will defend Hoyo no matter what. He is Hoyo's biggest shill at this point. Let's be real. Dude. He defends Hoyo more than Atsu, more than Enviosity, more than Doro, more than Ziox, more than Zadjef. For HSR in particular. Sure. For HSR in particular. I feel like, okay, so let's not get it twisted. When you defend a game that is produced by a company, let's say for me, if I defended World of Warcraft, right? If I said, guys, World of Warcraft is fine, it's the best thing since sliced bread, me as a person, I am defending Blizzard. I may only be shilling World of Warcraft, but it's tangentially related. By proxy, I am defending Blizzard. You are defending the company if you defend their game. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm off base, but you know what? You're defending the company if you're defending the product. Cat. If you defend Valorant, are you Riot shill? I think you are. I think you are 100%. And feel free to disagree with me because I think it's not a one-to-one. No. It's not a one-to-one. Obscure. It's definitely not a one-to-one. Don't get me wrong. They are two separate things. But I feel on a Venn diagram, they have some pretty significant overlap in the middle. They are separate things, but they have significant overlap. Right? So again, don't get me wrong. You are still. I really don't know much about the drama, but can't people like what they dislike? Wireless, I completely agree. I think people should like what they like. I think people should support what they want to support. But, however, there's always a but, guys. Guys, there's always a but. Guys, there's always a but. There's always a but to every statement. There's always a but. You are free to defend anything you want, right? You are free to spend money on whatever the fuck you please. But as a content creator, as a publicly facing figure, you are going to be scrutinized. You are going to be talked about. That is just the fact of the matter is when you are in the content creator space, right? If someone in my chat came and said, I'm pulling Castris, I don't care what the fuck you guys say about it. Great! I hope whatever money you spend, I hope those stellar jades are worth it. I hope you love it. But let's not ignore the fact that it's probably bad for the overall game. And you're kind of being a hypocrite for it. Granted, I wouldn't go that hard. I don't go that hard in on people. But let's be real. You're kind of being a hypocrite if you support something that you don't necessarily agree with, no matter what. Hypocrite is a trigger word. That's why I have hypocrite in my title. Because you know what, guys? I want to pull Castris. This is how stupid the whole thing is, 100%. Guys, let's be real. And I know Pokke loves to make this comparison. We're playing gacha games, and we are trying to be the clear bastions of morality. I'm a hypocrite. You heard it here first. I'm a hypocrite. I tell you guys not to spend on these gacha games, and then I pull up Wizardry and spend $300 in my first week of playing. Yes, I am a hypocrite. Guys, he said the thing in his title! He said the thing in his title! He said the thing! He said the thing! He said the thing! But guys, like, we're hypocrites, but there's levels to it, right? Guys, there's levels to things. The world isn't just black and white. It's not, guys, it's not, you're not a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. There's not just two things. There's an entire section in the middle, and there's an entire section at the end, right? There's two levels. There's 2 points on the graph. That's all we're focusing on. We're focusing on the 2 points on the graph. When in reality, there's a billion fucking points on the graph on both ends and in the middle. There's different levels to everything. Everything isn't just yes or no. It's not fucking binary. It's not a 1 or a 0. There's a million different fucking things in the center and then the ends. What can people not fucking understand about this? It's a spectrum? 100%, it's a fucking spectrum, guys. It's a fucking spectrum. It's not just yes or no, 1 or 0. Hypocrite, not hypocrite. So it's a bad, but if I do it, it's not that bad. But if he does it, it's bad. No one ever fucking said that, man. I never said it's not that bad that I'm a hypocrite. I said it's a fucking horrible thing. It's a horrible thing that I'm a hypocrite. But guess what? I'm doing it for the bag. I'm a hypocrite. So what? Admit that you're a hypocrite and move on. That's the entire point of the situation. If Mr. Pokke just came out and said, I disagree with their business practices, right? I disagree with Hoyo and HSR's business practices. I will still be pulling for the unit because A, I like money, and B, it's part of my career. A, and then B, yeah, I'm a hypocrite for it. So what? I'm a hypocrite. Everyone would have just been like, oh, okay, cool. But people are forgetting that he memed on the entire situation for fucking 2 months. He turned it into a joke, into a running gag to lower the severity of what it does to the overall health of the game. And he flip-flopped it and made 5 different fucking videos on it. He made like 5 or 6 videos. If anyone is going to be criticized for how much So in this tweet, right? Right? I want to make a really good parallel because I just saw about it. If they want to farm some views because they need it, I'm all for it. Guys, what do you think that Mr. Pokke has been doing for the past month and a half about the Casterus global situation? Do you think that he's farming views and farming engagement off of how controversial this entire situation is? Do you think that maybe he's being a little too extreme because he knows it's getting him discussion and hate and getting his CCV higher? Guys, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address it. Let's address the elephant in the room. Yo, Nadux, thank you so much for the tier 1 gift. Let's address the elephant in the room. I have 747 CCV at the moment. I have 747 people in this chat. Right? The fact that I'm talking about this is very clear that people really like hearing about this. And guess what, motherfucker? If I could, I'd farm this shit all day because it's getting engagement. The same way that Mr. Pokke is farming the Casterus situation because it's fucking getting engagement. We'll talk for 8 hours about this shit, man. We'll talk for 8 fucking hours. Let's keep talking about it. I love talking about this shit. Right? I love talking about this shit. The same fucking way that Mr. Pokke probably sees 3,000 viewers in his fucking chat that he normally gets about 1,000 to 1,500. He is still going to keep talking about it because he knows it fucking farms engagement. Guys, we are all pieces of shit. All content creators are pieces of shit. They will do whatever they can to get the highest amount of views they can, to make the most amount of money that they can, to get more sponsors that they can. It fucking is what it is. But let's not pretend that we're not. That's not why we're doing it. Let's not pretend that's not why we're doing it, guys. Guys, I feel like I'm fucking going crazy. Guys, I feel like I'm fucking taking crazy pills. I'm fucking taking crazy pills. I'm fucking taking crazy pills. I feel like I'm fucking taking crazy pills. What the fuck, man? Like, no fucking shit. Like, no fucking shit. Like, yes, we're content creators. We farm shit because it gets views and people like views and people like making money. You want to go another level deep? You want to go another level deep? Are you okay? Calm down. You guys want to know? Go another level deep. I'm really not even mad. It's just funny to like act outraged. I'm going to log off from my stream in about 2 hours. I'm going to go to work, and nothing has changed. Right? Nothing has changed in my life. I'm going to log off in 2 hours. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to have a good work day. And I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna have a nice dinner. I'm hoping I'm gonna have a steak. And I'm gonna wake up in the morning. My life isn't negatively impacted by this. Anyway, let's get back into what Mr. Pokke said. It's been fucking 3 hours and I haven't even gotten to the end of this. So we had got to this point-ish. Their existence is meaningless. Let them chase their drama. Make sure the CFO sprinter is still online. Yeah. None of them is influence. Okay. They want us to farm some views because they need it. I'm all for it. I mean, let's be real. This is pretty true. It is what it is. That's just a matter of content creation. It's the same, dude. It's the same reason. I know I talked about this earlier. I'm being a repeating record. It's the same way that you're farming Casterus, man. It's the exact same way. You know that Casterus is a hot button topic. So you're gonna keep talking about it. You had fucking 3,000 viewers the other day. I would too. I would keep farming it if I could as well. That's just what it is. People like drama. People like drama. They like controversial topics. Talking about controversial topics generally leads to more views and stuff. More views, excuse me. It is what it is. They're already farming it as they speak because he stopped holding them back. I don't think this is necessarily true because tech stopped holding them back. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's just, it maybe a little bit is, maybe a little bit, but I feel like it's like the situation has reached such a big boiling point, especially when people are being like subtly mentioned. Like Saint is a perfect example, right? Even if Techie said, so here's the reality. If Techie said, Saint, do not talk about this. Do not talk about this situation. I understand Pokke is mentioning you subtly and is talking about you, but do not talk about this. dude, I promise you, Sant would have been like, Tucky, I respect you. I like you. Nah. I'm going to talk about it. He's went too far. The situation has gotten way too fucking out of hand. I'm talking about it. So I don't think this is necessarily because Tucky stopped pulling them back. I think it's just because the situation has just gotten to the point where it's like, this is too much. This is too much, guys. What is the background music? So this is the Bully Walk theme. This is the Bully Walk theme. It's very good for background music. Anyway, Pokke allowed it to happen. I mean, yeah. Yes, this is referring to people like St. Tontas. Okay, so he did drop him by name. He dropped him by name, so at that point, we can't even say, oh, it's because he's subtweeting or subtly mentioning me. He dropped him by name. It is what it is at that point. Even if Tucky said, don't do it, I promise you St. Tontas would have said, fuck that. I'm going in. I was dropped by name. I don't care what you feel. I'm doing it. To be honest, Tucky has told him not to talk about what Pokke's done in the past, and saying there's also not a video on it. Oh, 100%. I agree, but I feel like it's gotten to the point where it's gotten too much that even if Tucky said don't make a video, he would have made a video. There has been a lot of collateral damage on both parts, and I'm glad that he acknowledged his actions have inadvertently caused me issues, as do I. I think, okay, so here's the funny part to me. This is really funny to me, because in one light, he will say, oh, this guy is fucking irrelevant. St. Tontas? He's fucking irrelevant. Who fucking cares what he says? Who cares? He's a nobody, right? He's a fucking nobody. But in the same fucking tweet, he's gonna go here and say he's caused me collateral damage? Pick a fucking lane. Is he a nobody, or is he big enough to cause you collateral damage to your career? Pick a fucking lane, my guy. You can't have your fucking cake and eat it too. The only person who can have his cake and eat it too is it's me, because I'm fucking fat. I'm the only motherfucker who should be getting praised. Talking about Tucky? Maybe. You guys might be right. But, okay, but here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. It shows once you read more. Okay, sure, I get that, but like... But going from naming someone by name, like going from saying, fucking St. Tontas, and then immediately into, there's been collateral damage on both parts, like you see how that can be misinterpreted, right? Okay, my bad. He probably was talking about Tucky. But like, when you're saying... Like, what, it's so weird, because it's like, if like you actually understand like how like content flows and how like you're talking about him, like how you're talking about things, it's a different paragraph, maybe, but my bad. Okay, it's about Tucky, my bad. Editors, ignore the last 3 minutes. A lot of collateral damage on both parts, sure, it's a continuity issue. The C6 Arla is a poor example, and I apologize. Dude, okay. Big ups to Mr. Pokke for apologizing. I'm glad he acknowledged it. I'm glad he said, you know what, that was a bad example. I got baited. It is what it is. However, I think he's really missing a big point of this, the thing here. He's missing the true, like, really, like, impactful part of the conversation, right? He's missing the part where Pokke's chat is so unhinged and dogshit, and gaslights him nonstop into thinking things are true. He's sort of missing the point here. Like, yes, it is shitty if Pokke to lie, to, you know, like, lie or misrepresent what Tucky was talking about. But what he should have acknowledged is that, yeah, I got baited by my chat. They dislike you. I got one guide, I listened to him, and I took that to heart. I think that's the main crux of the issue, no? Am I crazy? Am I crazy that it's like, yeah, he's kind of a shitty person for like going in on Tucky for something that isn't true? But I feel like he should have acknowledged it, like, yeah, my chat does that to me all the time. Because he legitimately does. Okay. I should have used C6 Cantarella instead, even though the point is exactly the same. No one should be morally held for pulling a gacha unit. This all comes down to, like, guys, like morality. When talking about morality, it is 100% a gray area, right? But it's like I was saying earlier, when it comes to how black and white things are, you have I don't even remember what I said, but you have the two sides, right? But everything also exists in the middle. It's not just one thing. It's not binary. It's not a 1 or a 0. There's also a bunch of stuff in the middle. Like, okay, so on one hand you have, I'd say like with like Cantarella. Cantarella is probably like closer to like a non-issue than Castris is. Techie never said he wouldn't C6 S6 Cantarella. True, 100%. Yeah, he legitimately never said he would not pull Cantarella. So, I don't know what this point is meant to represent. Because he's saying I should have used the C6 Cantarella in place of the argument that he was making. I don't understand that part. In fact, he said he would C6 Cantarella. Oh, I know. False equivalency? Yeah, Pegson, you're exactly right. That is a false equivalency moment. That's insane. You aren't a hypocrite, you are a player. This makes no sense. The reason that we are calling out people for being a hypocrite is because Poke in a lot of places has said, yes, this is bad for the game. Yes, I dislike the global passive. The global passive is not a good thing to be added to the game. Nobody has ever sat down and said, ah, man, Cantarella, she could swim fast. This is really bad for the game. Because it's not. Because that doesn't, like, it doesn't, like, the two things aren't the fucking same. They're not the same in any reality. Hypocrite not for pulling character, but for saying one thing and doing another. But but that's the problem. Like, it's Vertan. Like, he never said he wouldn't do that. He never said he wouldn't pull for C6 Cantarella. He said he would. Right? Like, that's not, it's not a one-to-one example. He said he would. He never said he would never pull Cantarella. Oh, you're saying he's wrong? Okay, cool. I want to make sure we're all clear. We're on the same page. Techie isn't a hypocrite because he said he won't do C6 Arla and never did, so bringing up Cantarella doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, that's insane. He believes in pro-consumerism and the customer's always right, but I don't. I think this is just an issue with different countries' mentalities, right? This is just an issue with different mentalities of different countries. I don't think anyone is necessarily like inherently wrong or right here. It's just a matter of the different countries and just having sort of different beliefs. He caters to anti-Hoyo. I cater to people that happen to play Hoyo games, in this case HSR, and that's just the way it is. I think this is really undermining the issue. Don't think Singapore is pro-corporate? I don't know. Definitely way more anti-consumer? Okay. So I think this is just kind of like ignoring the issue for what it is. It's not about being anti-Hoyo. I feel like this is a cop-out. Calling someone anti-Hoyo is sort of a cop-out and sort of diminishes the argument that we are making. Guys, I've played HSR. I like HSR. I really do. I know I haven't played it as much as I have. Guys, I was a day one player. When HSR came out, I was frame one playing that fucking game. Dude, when the servers went up, I was in the game. I was one of the first fucking players on that game. I like HSR. I like turn-based games, I like RPGs, and I like anime. I fucking loved HSR. It's not the fact that I'm anti-Hoyo. I'm anti-bullshit practices and them adding things to hurt the future of the game. Because let's be real, I don't play the game anymore or as much as I should, right? I legitimately don't. But I still care about the game because it holds a special place. It's like Genshin Impact. Like, it holds a special place in my heart, and I don't want the game to get worse and worse because I do want to see the game successful. Guys, I get nothing from the game failing. I get nothing from the game failing. I want the game to succeed. I want most gacha games to succeed because what that does is that puts a bigger light on the gacha space, which is already a fucking niche space already, right? Gacha space is already niche. The more games and the more people that these games attract, the more money I make, the more viewers I get, the happier everyone is, the more shit there is to talk about. I want these games to succeed. I don't want them to die. Fuck, man. It's not about being anti-Hoyo. It's not. Sure, anti-Hoyo is a bullshit fucking dog shit company. We can acknowledge that. We can acknowledge that. I acknowledge that. But I'm not anti-Hoyo. I'm anti-bullshit dog shit business practices. Fuck, man. All right, guys, I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. I can't afford 50 subs. Guys, I can't fucking afford 50 subs. I have to lock in. I can't afford that right now. Okay. I cater to people that play the games. In this case, they started is what it is. While I could see the differences in ideology, doesn't make him my enemy. Most people on the internet won't see that. Especially people that have their own agendas to push. Viewers and CCs like 100% agreed. 100% agreed. I think we can have disagreements in content creation and in our games we play. I think we can have disagreements and still be cordial. There's no reason to be that we need to be enemies with each other. But the issue is when we're doing shit like this, it sort of creates animosity between the streamers, especially when the chats are left unmoderated. Guys, let's be real. With all the vile shit that I've seen in Pokke's chat over the past few days, right? Within the past few days, now that I am the enemy because I am the one who caused the rift between the two, I do hold that against Pokke as a person. I think your chat is a reflection. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole, but I think like if you leave shit up in your chat and you're not banning like vile hatred comments, you are by proxy sort of allowing that hatred to exist. And I think as streamers, we are responsible for that. Guys, if Kai Cenat, if I Show Speed can moderate their chat against racism, against transphobes, if they're able to moderate their chat when they have 300,000 viewers, you can't sit here and say that, oh, I've got too many viewers. I can't moderate my chat, man. I can't moderate my chat. There's too many fucking viewers. Oh, God. By the way, guys, don't put it in emote only. Guys, my chat's popping off. I'm not talking to you guys, right? I'm not talking about you guys specifically. I'm referencing what Pokke said. Yeah, I know I got 3,000 viewers. I know my chat's going fucking crazy and probably saying some horrid shit. Don't put it in emote only. Don't put it in emote only because it looks better if my chat's moving fast. Don't put it in emote only, but I'm not going to moderate it. But don't put it in emote only. No. We need that chat moving fast because it makes me look successful as a streamer. Not to imply that he's not successful without his chat, but let's be real. When your chat's moving fast, when your chat's scrolling like fucking crazy, people are going to want to interact more, they're going to want to type more, which gets you more engagement, which gets you more viewers. Compared to being called a rapist or pedophile, being called hypocrite pales in comparison. I'm glad he's saying that. But it doesn't make it any less bad because those are his views of me, and I would never have those views of him. What? Okay. Yes, Mr. Pokke. I am glad you don't think Tectone is a rapist or a pedophile. I'm glad. That's great. I'm very happy about that. I've known that. Everyone has known that. Everyone knows that you as a person are a good person. We get it. We know that. We know you're not one of those fucking crazy streamers who believe everything his chatter says, although sometimes you do. We get that. I know you're not a bad person. I've looked you in the eye. I've had dinner with you. I've shaken your hand. I know you're not a bad person. But don't excuse your chat. Don't suddenly say, oh, because I don't have the views of it, it's fine. Nah, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I still hold my ground against the people that have these moral compasses in a gacha game, but it's unfortunate that it's against tech as well. Again, this is the issue, guys. It's not black and white. It's just not fucking black and white. There's different levels of how much we're going to shill things, right? We acknowledge... Sorry, got a little gas in me. We acknowledge we're bad people for pulling in gacha games and doing it to our audience. We acknowledge that. But also, on the same level, we're not shilling a game or shilling that you should be buying something, even if you disagree with it. That's on a whole nother level. That's on a whole fucking nother level. There's different levels to these things, my guy. It's not black or white. There's a million different data points in the center, on this end and on this end. It's a whole fucking spectrum. It's a spectrum of things. It is not yes, no, 1, 0 binary. It's not. I mean this on my soul. When I was rewatching the clips off stream during my time in Austin, when that's deal with tech, meeting for the first time, going to the gym, hugging for the season, like, well, I got emotional. Yeah, same. It is a true fucking shame. It is sad. It 100% is sad. Being called a hypocrite in way so bad, and in this sense, being called a hypocrite is way bad, so bad, and may be one of the worst things you can call in other states in the world, but it's not as... Muha, I disagree. I don't think being called a hypocrite is one of the worst things you could be called. Even in other parts of the world. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. It is? Nah, I don't believe it. I would need more data on that. Maybe you know something I don't know, but I don't believe that. There's no way in certain parts of the world that being called a hypocrite is that bad. There's no fucking way. There's no fuck. I refuse. Unless you, like, I would love to talk about that further and get some data on that, but no. No. Dude, being called a hypocrite is not even top 100 in 99.9999% of countries. Maybe there's like one country. Maybe there's like one country where like hypocrite is the worst thing you can ever say to someone. Maybe there's one. Maybe there's one. But it's not even a top, dude, it's not even a top 1,000 of bad things. Well, it's probably like, it's like top 250, right? It's top 250, but it's not top 100. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Maybe have mods ban people making comments? Yeah. No shit. The previously related relationship is also, you're a hypocrite, you should get no viewers, so it's an attack on his career? Who? Leonardo, you're getting, I'm getting one guy. Leonardo. Who has ever said, or who has ever implied, that being a hypocrite should mean you get no viewers? Where is this coming from? What? Tectone said that? Proof? Proof? Maybe he has. Maybe he has, and let's talk about it. Maybe he has. Maybe he said that. Proof? Someone give me the proof emote. Someone give me the proof emote, I'll add it. He did say that? I want to see the clip. I want to see the clip. No. Oh, no. What he said. No, hold on. This was during the Gotcha Cast, right? He said, fuck, what did he say? I don't remember verbatim what he said. But he said, don't watch. He said, don't watch people who don't, like, practice what they preach, right? That's what he said. He said, don't watch them. That's not implying he should get no viewers. That's not saying, he's a hypocrite, he shouldn't get any viewers. That's a bit of a stretch. You're trying to have a little bit of a stretch there, right? That's a little... Dude, the shin-ass proof is nuts. Tectone said that he himself wouldn't watch someone so blatantly hypocritical, not that he doesn't deserve views. Exactly. He said, why would you watch someone who says something is bad and then does it? Okay, that sounds like the exact thing he said, because that sounds familiar. That's not saying, oh, if you're a hypocrite, you don't deserve any views. Dude, that misrepresentation, I'm sorry, who said that earlier? Who said that earlier? Because I gotta say your name. I'm not gonna ban you, but I'm gonna call your ass out. The blatant misrepresentation of Techie's statement is fucking insane, man. You must be a Poke viewer, man. You must be a Poke viewer, because the blatant misrepresentation of what he's saying, you understood that, my bad. Hey, Leonardo, don't ban him. No, bring him back. Bring him back. No, don't ban him. He doesn't deserve her ban. He said he misunderstood. He said my bad. I get it. He said he misunderstood. His bad. He admitted it was his bad. He admitted it's his bad. Bring him back. 10-minute timeout. Oh, okay, you didn't ban him. Okay. No, but no, like that, dude. That's exactly my point. Is that like Leonardo didn't come in here with bad intentions. I know he didn't. It looked like bros would follow me for like 6 or 7 months. I know he didn't have bad intentions. But that's like the situation where it's like, dude, people are so willing to like jump for defense on these like misrepresentations of what people meant. I think part from my country, close to Pokke's origin, hypocrite is never really used unless you did something terrible that literally harms people. Rapist equivalent words are almost like death sentence from the gist I get in my society. That's interesting, Hilo. I want to do some research on that. I think that's very interesting. Maybe there is some level of maybe hypocrite is pretty bad. Maybe there is. I would love to learn more about that. And I probably will do some research there. That is very interesting. But I don't think it's really that fucking bad. Am I alive? Leonardo, you're alive. Leonardo, I sincerely appreciate you owning up to it. That takes a real man. Owning up to how, like, admitting that you misinterpreted something, that takes a real man. So, I mean, shouts out to you, man. I know you were kind of stupid initially doing it, but I appreciate you coming on saying I was wrong. That takes a lot of maturity. We gotta finish this. We gotta finish this up. Not because we can't talk about each other anymore in any order to appease our communities and ideological differences. Not because Tech was one of the first and closest CC friends I vibed with hard. But it's because I know something like this will never happen again. Pokke, I agree. And I don't think it's because of the reasons that you think it is. I don't think this is because of the reasons that you think it is. I think this is because of the reasons that you don't realize and that you cater and listen to your chat and get gaslit by your chat way too much. This isn't because, I just won't vibe with someone again. I think this is because you've changed as a content creator and you have become a slave to your chat, how they feel, and appeasing them. Clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship it. I know, I'm sorry. The next time, if it ever happens, his chat or my chat is probably going to go KMS, ew dookie, or ew dictone. As much as I'd love to hang out again, we will never see the vibes being recreated unless our communities make 100% change. He acknowledges it. At least he acknowledges it. And you know what? Tucky's community ain't even that bad. The fact that he is still being, like, sitting here and saying, ew, Mr. Dookie, L Pokke is equivalent to Tectone's a rapist. Tectone's a sexual abuser. Tectone's a pedophile. The fact that he is thinking those two are even fucking close is what pisses me off the most. This pisses me off the most more than anything. More than anything. The fact that he is equating his chat as bad as Techie's, there's not in any fucking universe, man. Not in any fucking universe. If Pokke's chat is 100%, if his chat is like a 10 out of 10 bad, Techie's chat is like a 2. They're like a 2, maybe. Maybe a 2. More closer to a 1, but more like a 2. There won't be a gotcha war, at least not between myself and Tech. It's just a sad conclusion to a story. One that not one could have prevented ourselves and our community stand on different things. The best part, instigators and drama CCs looking to farm all this will spin the narrative into something bigger bullshit to push their agendas and go ultra farm mode. This is me right now. Okay, like let's say this is me. I'm covering this because it's interesting to talk about and it gets views. What agenda do I have to push right now? What agenda am I pushing? Is there an agenda I'm pushing? I don't think I'm really pushing an agenda except that like Mr. Pokke is just like not being a good person. Poke chat bad? I mean, it is. Like, I'm not really pushing an agenda. Yo, Selkie, what up, brother? Thank you, Selkie. Hello, hi, Selkie. What agenda am I pushing? I wonder why this happens so often to Techie and people he associates with. It's happened like, what? Twice? 3 times? Techie's just... And here's the thing. Techie's just an outspoken person and not afraid to call out bullshit. I think that's part of the reason why, like, Techie's always in controversy. He calls bullshit out. He's not afraid to call... Dude, he's not afraid to hold his friends and shit accountable. That's why. He's not afraid to say, hey, you fucked up. You shouldn't be doing this. No other friends will call you out on your shit. And that's why I fucking love Techie. He calls people out for their shit, even if he's friends. Even if he's fucking friends. Except when with Mr. Pokke, he's gotten to the point though where now he is. I know we won't interact on content anymore, but this isn't content. This is the end of era from my point of view. Tech, you were never my enemy. I never hated you as a person and never will. And I would have moved to Austin for a few months after I settled in my house, but this is the ending for everyone in space. For most people who online are mature, and CC farmers want to farm bittersweet. Okay. Slow down. All right, it's been covered. No 50 subs. Sorry, guys. No 50 subs. I got you. Like, we're done. We're done. I will talk a little bit about it at the end here, but we got through it. Minus 50 subs. Unfortunate. You skipped a few words. My bad. You didn't cover the last part properly. So this is unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because I do think they vibed very well. I don't think anyone was ever enemies with each other. That's very apparent. But he's not taking any accountability. He's not going after it. He didn't even mention how bad his chat is. It really is just a shame that this situation just ended the way it did. I feel like in another year, Techie will have another falling out with another friend of his. Maybe. But here's the thing: is like, and guys, we're not talking about the twin anymore. We're talking about meta, just in general. He probably will. And I think if you've never had multiple fallings out with people in your life, I don't think you are social enough of a creature to really be judging people. I have had a falling out with probably 9 or 10 people in my life that I was friends with. Probably like 9 or 10. Does that mean I'm like a fucking bad human? No, it just means that I let two people get a little bit too close to me and not recognize them and call them out on their bullshit. So, it's not like Techie suddenly having a couple people, M-Tash and Mr. Pokke. It's not like, okay, it happened within a year, but like, that's not like a crazy amount of people to be suddenly like, Tectone had a lot of people fall out with him. He must be a bad person. No, that's just he's a social creature. He's in the content creator space. He talks to literally every fucking content creator. Odds are you're gonna have a falling out with people here and there, right? Like trying to equate the two. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like you're being a little bit unreasonable in that regard. EO, did they? I don't even know if they really had a big falling out. They just stopped being friends with each other. Neptash and Techie were never friends. That is true. That is true. Him and Neptash weren't close. Yeah, true. The BGM is driving you insane. Anyway, Tectone has already said that he has a wide circle of friends. Yep, sometimes I fall off. It is what it is. Fall off is a bad phrase. I mean, become distant or removed. True. Yeah. He has more friends than people would have friends throughout the entire life. Oh, 100%. I completely agree. Yeah, I mean, the more things you have, the more likely that like something is going to break, something is not going to work out necessarily the way you thought it was. That's just the reality of the situation. That just is what it is. 1 second, guys. I gotta check into my phone here because I'm ignoring it again. Okay, it just equated to gacha. Each friend is a pull, and the ones that fall apart are rare but still happen. The more pulls, the more chance to get... Yandra, you're 100% right. You are 100% right. To be honest, the only fallout Techie had was with Pokke. The other mentions that were just CCs in the space, but he considered Pokke a friend. That's why it's upsetting. Oh, 100%. 100%. He is one of the few, like, true friends that Techie had that he's fallen out with. M-Tash, EO, those were all acquaintances. Do you think Pokke is turning a blind eye to his community so he can retain what he has? Yeah, Carde. Carde, I completely think you are 100% on the nose there. I think that, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, it's going to get clipped out of context. I said this in Cabinet's chat. I've said this everywhere. It's not like I'm trying to talk behind his back. I think the route that Mr. Pokke is taking, just in general, the general route, is because he is appeasing his chat, because he wants to retain all of the HSR shills that are going to be leaving other chats. Like, for example, Techie said he's going to stop playing HSR. Gotcha Smack said he's going to stop playing HSR. He wants all of the people that are in those communities that only watch them for the hope that they play those games. And he is going to try to encapsulate all of that audience and turn them into 100% diehard Mr. Poke videos. That's why he is the HSR guy. This ain't a narrative people are creating, he said it. Ethan, do you know exactly what tweet he said it in? Why is Tectone not calling out his friend in OTK that fucks up then? Why is Tectone not calling out his friend in OTK? So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Fiorin. For one, Mizkif and Tectone were never friends. They weren't friends, they were coworkers. They may have looked like friends, like on screen, but they were coworkers. 100% they were coworkers. The same way that they were in an org together. Are you friends with every single person at your work? Right? You work with these people. Are you friends with every single one of those people at work? I don't think anyone is. I legitimately don't think anyone has ever existed where they're friends with every single person they are at work. And let's be real, guys, and a lot of people don't realize it, but OTK was their work. That is their job they go to. They have to act cordial when they're at work, but outside of work, they don't hang out. Now, I will say, I'm pretty sure Techie and Techie and Asmon are close. I'm pretty sure they're close, but I don't think Techie's afraid to call out Asmon when he disagrees with him. But I think Techie agrees with the vast majority of things that this Asmon like says, and this the way that like he sort of presents himself, right? So like if you don't call out someone that's your friend that is making statements, he probably just agrees with them, right? Whether you like that or not, whether you like that maybe Asmon takes it a little bit too extreme, and maybe Techie agrees with them, it is what it is. Techie did call Asmon out for the Palestine thing. Yeah, he did. He did. He said he was fucking... Didn't he say he was, like, stupid for saying that, and he was being a little bit too extreme? I'm pretty sure he did. He called him out for the, when he got banned. 2 times he made his tweet as rage bait, or not? Okay. Maybe I'm not as clever as I thought I was. Maybe I'm not as clever as I thought I was. Maybe I just saw this tweet and just was like, kind of like adopted it as like my own. I saw this tweet and I was like, this motherfucker, I'm turning this in my OC. He did say it, you know, he did say it. I mean, maybe I'm not original. Maybe I'm not as smart as I thought I was. It was a joke, but in all probability, it was still kind of sus. So here's the thing, Ken. I'm not going in on you. The vast majority of jokes are rooted in some kind of reality, right? That's what makes them funny, because it's like relatability and like we all get it. Same thing with me. I make fat jokes all the time. Fat, hee hee, haha, funny, shin ass, he twerked, he's a fat guy. I make jokes about them, but I'm a fat guy. Like, it's still true. I may have turned it into a joke, and I may have turned it into something that's like funny, but yeah, like I'm a fat guy, and I've turned it into a joke. It doesn't mean I'm not a fat guy. It doesn't suddenly change like what is true and what is not, right? So basically, queso. Oh yeah, exactly. Like people use like joking. Let's be real, guys. When it comes down to straight like joking at its core is like, and maybe I'm wrong, it's a coping mechanism. Joking is kind of like a coping mechanism for life and for things that like we may be like a little bit uncomfortable about. It's a coping mechanism. I don't know how to articulate my exact thoughts on it, but we use jokes and stuff to like accept things. To like most things. Obviously there's like meta jokes and things like that. But we use jokes as a coping mechanism for things. 9/11 was a horrible tragedy, but we make jokes about it. A second game has hit the Hoyo Towers. Like you're getting very real from abstract thinking. Yeah, I know. But it's just there's parallels still. There's still parallels. Um, 1 second, guys. It's a way to deal with serious topics, insecurities and stuff we don't have the courage to say straight. Yeah, sure. But anyway, basically my entire point was, he literally has come out and said it. So like me saying that he's doing this to encapsulate an audience, I don't think anyone should be surprised or angry about. Right? He shouldn't be surprised or angry about this. He's literally made a joke of it himself, and people are just basically parroting exactly what he said. Box 2 also took the hypocrite comment in the chest like a man pulling casters and not giving a single fuck. Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I like... Dude, guys, I have huge respect for Box. Alright, guys, do we want different music? Here, you know what? I'll give you some better music. I'll give you some different music. Okay. Both the same 3 song. Both Braxton and Box look like a hypocrite, and the comments said they were pulling anyways. Exactly, Cordy. It's like, dude, me and Brax had a fucking hour-long conversation about this situation, and we were like, and he's like, yeah, I'm pulling it. I disagree with the business practices. I'm just doing it to get the bag, and I'm a hypocrite. And I'm pretty sure I asked, I said, Brax, would you consider yourself a hypocrite? And he said, yeah. And I said, oh, great. Brother, get that bag. Get that Hoyo bag, my brother. Hey, as long as you admit it, as long as you're aware of it, get the bag. Problem solved. Good for you, man. I hope you make $1 billion gajillion. Good for you, man. Take it on the chest. Have some fucking ownership of it. The same way that we content creators have ownership of we're hypocrites when we play these gacha games and show them to you guys. We're hypocrites. We're all pieces of shit. But guys, there's levels to it. There is levels to how much hypocrisy that you are giving and you're doing. There's levels to it. Just be prepared that some people will be mad. Exactly. Be prepared. People are going to be angry about the things that you're doing and be ready to accept them. Because at the end of the day, you're a content creator. You are opening yourself up to being criticized. You're opening up yourself to being laughed at, pointed at. It's the same reason when people call me fat, when people call me a pedophile, shit like that. I'll get angry about it, I'll talk about it, but I'm not going to crash out on people. I'm not playing any Hoyo games to criticize in your caster's vid. I'm reinstalling to pull for her tomorrow. I'm a fucking hypocrite. Exactly, Athoman, you recognize it. This whole thing is a lot of East versus West. Like during the whole Atsu thing, he never defended Tectone. It's leaving himself allowed to stay on the good side of Eastern CCs. Cold, you are 100% right. You are right, and I hate to turn it into an East versus West thing because I feel like that's a really tired trope and kind of boiling it down to an us versus them mentality, and I hate that. I truly do hate that it is turning into like an us versus them mentality. But let's be real, guys. During TwitchCon, Box and Pokke, dude, the Maxwell fucked me up. Box and Pokke both had a dinner with the Hoyo CCs. They had a dinner with the Hoyo CCs. And I'll tell you what, the vast majority of the remaining big Hoyo CCs that's all I'll leave it at. That's all I'll leave it at. It's a boys club. Not literally boys. Who the fuck is doing that? Who's doing that? Oh, you're all doing it. Okay, never mind. It's kind of a boys club. In a very specific boys type of way. And I feel like I don't even have to say it because I know everyone already knows. Because Tectone has gone through this exact same thing. Tucky knows. Tucky is very apparently aware of what kind of boys club that is. What kind of boys club that is. And I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't want people to interpret that the wrong way or take things out of context. You all know. You all know it is what it is. Gauge Club? Sure, it's a gay. It's about gay. Yeah, you gotta be gay. You gotta be gay to be a Hoyo creator. Yeah, like Diddy parties? No. I will say certain. Let's just say certain ethnicities are treated differently within the gacha space. Certain ethnicities are treated way differently in the gacha space. I actually, dude, I heard the story. I heard this story from this one content creator. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the story. I heard there was this content creator that was covering like a very specific game, and the community manager basically ostracized him from the community because he was white. I don't know where I heard that from. It was some creator. They literally said, "We do not like you. We do not fuck with you because you are white." John Tectone? I don't know who that guy is. John Tectone? Who is that? I don't know who that is. But yeah, I just heard about that. I just heard about that. He must be a smaller content creator. Tectone? He must be like... He must be irrelevant. He must be irrelevant. Bro probably gets like 20 CCV, so like whatever. He gets like 20 I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Like 20 CCV. Probably some random. Probably some rando, right? If you're done with the drama, can you watch the CCC Dev Talk? Oh, maybe. Maybe. I don't fuck with CCC much. Is Stucky not streaming anymore? No, he's gonna go live later. He's going live so he can get the release of Casterus. So he will be live like probably way later. I don't know what time. Pokke often takes random tweets and put them on Twitter or his stream, and it turns into, look how mean Tectone community is to me, fuck them. It's no wonder why Techie community was a bit in the end. All the negative interactions between the two communities for Pokke side, yep. And honestly, there's a lot of mentality on taking West's money as their right. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a really toxic sort of mentality that everyone is sort of afraid to talk about. And again, guys, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm a gacha tourist. I've only really been in the gacha creation space for less than a year. So take what I say with a grain of salt. But from just the things that I've seen and the things that I've been watching, there really is a very weird way that these companies, like, I hate to make it into a race thing. I really do, because I feel like boiling it down to just being a race thing is so blasé. Right? It's so just like, what? It feels so insane to me. But like, I can't help but think, maybe there's something to it and nobody fucking talks about it. You mean the Chinese company is biased towards other races? I mean, according to Gateo, being racist in China is a normal thing. Gateo said being racist in China is an accepted and normal thing. Gateo has come out and said that. Anything other than Chinese citizens second class, if you're right, it's a racing, you know, nothing we do about it. So, I completely agree with you. There's nothing anyone can do about it. But the fact that it's such a taboo topic to talk about is very odd to me. It's so odd that it's just like no one talks about it because like everyone's afraid, like, oh God, we can't talk about this. I can't talk about it. Because let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Because Twitter, kind of. Let's be real. And oh my God, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off saying this. It is very hard as a white male, right? I'm a white male and I'm preaching about racism, right? Let's just be real with racism. I personally I have such a, oh God, how do I word this? I need to get my thoughts clear because I know people are going to take this way seriously. being a white male is probably as privileged as you could possibly ever get in America. Let's be real. Let's be real. Being a white male, you are extremely privileged. Like, it is super fucking privileged, and it is a shame. It really is a shame. In North America, in America, sure. It is really a shame. So I feel like I shouldn't be able to talk about this, right? Like, I almost feel like weird talking about it because I know I am not marginalized in where I'm from. I know I'm not. I'm the most privileged. I am the most privileged. I'm a man. I could run for Congress. I could run for presidency, and no one would bat an eye, as opposed to any other races or any other genders running for president, etc., things like that. So it's very weird for me to talk about feeling marginalized because I live in the most privileged world as a white male. So it is very hard to sit here and sort of talk about this because, like, I feel like I really have no room to talk because I have such a privileged life, being the type of person I am. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous. It's quite literally a race thing in China. That's why they censor black actors in movie posters. What? What? I did not know. No, I did not know about this. What the fuck? No, guys, I shit you not. I did not know about this. I'm not even trolling. I did not know about this. This is new to me. This is new to me. Dude, that's fucking nuts. But, God, dude, that makes me... There's a lot of contradictions of Chinese racism, yeah. Dude, that's insane. I promise you I'm not even trolling. Like, guys, I've always been real. I've always been real about I do not know a lot about other sides of the world. I don't. I know China number one's a meme and shit like that. But also why video games don't have black creators. That makes sense. But and here's the thing is, like, back to what I was talking about. I'll come out and say it, guys. It really does feel like the Hoyo creators and Hoyoverse as a whole is a sort of like the Asian club. And maybe I'm fucked up for saying that. And I know obviously there probably is white creators and other creators, not that it's just about an Asian versus white thing. There probably is African American creators as well that are partnered with Hoyoverse, but I feel like you are given a preferential treatment if you are an Eastern creator, right? Let's think back to the Brax thing. Do you guys remember the Brax situation? Where he was sort of ostracized from the community because he was a fucking white guy and Atsu called him a weirdo? The creepy Brax thing? 100%. You're backing out real slow. Dude, it's an uncomfortable conversation. It really is. And I don't like talking about this stuff because I don't know enough about it. Isn't Dish white? Again, I agree. There probably is a lot of other creators that aren't Asian that are accepted. But I feel you get preferential treatment. Not to say you're 100% ostracized, but you get preferential treatment and you're sort of viewed and treated differently. You need to be in the inner circle to be accepted 100%. 100%. And I feel like nobody talks about that. And everyone is so afraid to talk about it. And even I am afraid to talk about it. So you're saying I have a better chance because you're Asian? Wutaru, technically, yes. I would say you probably do. Their preference treatment for people that are grateful for the opportunity to work with them? I don't know. Why is this so scary to talk about? Jamcore, it's scary to talk about because how easy it is for me to say one wrong thing. And maybe I don't even mean it or just misrepresent the point that I'm making. Suddenly you are fucking canceled. Suddenly you're a racist. It is so easy as a content creator to say the wrong thing, and suddenly your career is ruined, your friendships are ruined, Blame it on me. I'm Chinese. Yeah, that you can't do that. It's not that easy though. It's not that easy. It's better if you don't have the full picture. I would probably be very, very sad if I had the full picture. Americans are conditioned to not talk or think about this. That's all. Yeah, it's true. 100%. Yeah, it's scary, man. It like with me right now, dude, I'm crafting every single word that comes out of my mouth. I am thinking so carefully about what I am about to say, because all it takes is one thing you say wrong, one thing someone interprets wrong, and you're fucked. You're fucked. That's why it's so scary to talk about. Dude, it's like navigating a minefield, right? It's legitimately like navigating a minefield. It's navigating a minefield that I don't have a map to. I don't have a map to the fucking minefield because I don't know enough about the situation to talk about it. Like, I'm walking, man. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared, man. Hold on.
Oh, it's your problem, man. You know how to fucking drive? No. What? No, I don't know how to fucking drive. I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
I'm fucking scared, man.
Psycho, you know how to drive? Not everybody knows how to do everything driving.
I'm fucking scared, man. I'm fucking scared, and I don't know what's going on. I'm fucking scared. If I saw a minefield, what is this?
I'm shaking it.
What the fuck is this? What is this?
I'm shaking it. Huh? Why am I looking at this? This is fucking horrible. This is fucking horrible. I hate this with my whole being. I fucking hate this with my whole being. I hate this with my whole being. This is...
Chad, I heard if you stare at that GIF long enough, you subconsciously install wizardry. If you watch it long enough, you install wizardry. What is this? Is Braxophone? What happened? Wuthering Waves about to double down on the Gunnar game allegations. Rated 16 plus for nudity? Wait, is this real? You know what it is, guys? You know what it is, though? Hold on. Who made that shaking it like a bee? Who was that? That was probably Chair. Chair, did you make the shaking it like a bee? No, it's raining. You know what? You know what's happening? You know what? You know why Wuthering Waves is suddenly 16 plus? I actually got... Was it always 16 plus? I don't know. I actually got word. Someone just DM'd me. Why Wuthering Waves is suddenly 16 plus. I got early access to the new unit. I got drip marketing. I got drip marketing of the new unit, guys. And you guys won't fucking believe this. You guys want to see? You guys want to see it? You guys want to see live access to the new unit? Guys, this is why. Dude, Wuthering Waves is now 16 plus because of this new unit. And this is an exclusive leak to the new character coming to Wuthering Waves. This is why it's 16 plus. This is why Wuthering Waves is now 16 plus. This is the new unit coming to WUA. This unit is the reason the game now has nudity and is 16 plus. Yep. Yep, this is why. This is why. Guys, I'm so happy my crack didn't come out or something. Dude, I'm so happy my ass crack didn't like come out or something during this. Thank fucking God, man. It was a risk you had to take. HSR time, that's a good one. We gotta add that. Oh, fuck. Does it have a global passive? Passive? No, galactic passive. Someone needs to make a joke. Someone needs to make a joke about how my ass is a global passive. Someone needs to make a joke about how my ass is a global passive. I don't know where the joke is or how you make it, but dude, my ass being a global passive would be so fucking funny. You gotta word it very specifically, but it would be really fucking funny. That would be really fucking funny. His ass is a global passive. I got a clip for Gacha Wars Season 5. Oh no! Oh no, he's gonna put that in Gacha Wars. Oh god. Oh god, that's going right into Gacha Wars, isn't it? Oh, fuck me, man. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, shit. Fuck, man. God damn it, why did I do that? Why the fuck did I do that, man? Fuck. The Shinya ass situation is crazy. Shinya ass obtaining the limited number of 5-star units. Shinya gets past with the clap of the ass cheeks that makes all enemies in the game lose 50% res at all times. Gravy, you're on to something. Gravy, you're on to something about how the claps of my ass reduce enemy res or something. Dude, reducing enemy res because of the resonance of my ass cheeks clapping. You're on to something there, man. You're on to something. You're on to something. Can you, instead of twerking, also jiggle your boobs? Not for free. Not for free, man. No, not for free. I got gifted subs to do that earlier, man. 10 minutes ago, you were warning us about the internet. True. True. Boot up Genshin Impact, yeah. Oh, I would love to boot up Genshin Impact. I can't wait. Look at this. Is this what I think we might have watched this already. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, this is it. I think we watched this.
This is crazy. Show that twerking.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Is Loader Guy even in my chat? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Is this motherfucker not in my chat? This motherfucker ain't even in my chat. He ain't even in my fucking chat. He wants to see me twerking and he ain't even in my fucking chat. Fake fan. Fake motherfucking fan. Fake motherfucking fan.
This is the boat. I can't. That's another level, man. That's another level.
I love that shit, man. Oh, I love it. Dude, I love guys, I'm just a girl, guys. I'm just a girl on the internet. I'm just a girl on the internet. I'm just a little girl. I'm just a girl on the internet, you know. Just a girl. AI is taking over 100%. What is this?
Too much of the past for
Yo, can you stay live till I go live? When you going live, Tucky? You need background sound? When do you... 3? 3 p.m.? Maybe. Maybe. I'll try. We'll see. Say yes. Dude, I don't know, man. Dude, work. Dude, work, man. You gonna give up on your dream? Tucky, you still there? Are you watching? Someone, hold on. Did you see this? Did you see this yet?
Dude, I'm
Oh,
shaking.
you've been watching? You saw this then? You saw this? You saw this nightmare? Unfortunate. Dude, it's good. It's fucking good, man. Hey, unfortunately, my ass. You're lucky you saw it. Hey, you know what? Some people gotta pay extra to see this. Some people gotta pay extra, and you got it for free, brother. Nah, you guys should be grateful. You guys should be grateful. Some people gotta pay for this, man. You got it for free.
This is fucking horrible.
You're right. So thank you for the prime, buddy. Thank you, buddy. That tectone with guys. Can we get big W's in chat for Techie with the prime? Guys, thank you so much, Techie. Thank you so much for the prime sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate the fuck out of you, brother. Thank you. Guys, can we get 5 big booms for that? Can we get 5 big booms for the prime sub? What was this other thing I got liked here? Leaked gameplay of the global passive. So apparently my global passive, there's some leaked gameplay of it. I hate that guy. Dude, okay. This content creator, I hate his content. Dude, all of his content literally just revolves around him just having a big ass and being silly. It's just, I got a big ass, I'm being silly, I'm walking around. Like, dude, legitimately all of his content is like... Yeah, I got a big butt. Guys, I got a big ass. Yep, this is my content. I got a big butt. Isn't that funny? I got a big butt. That's all of his content is, man. That's all of his content is. I don't know if you guys ever seen that content creator, but like, that's it. Damn! Oh, man. You guys are funny. You guys are funny as fuck. Oh, man. Ugh. Bump. Anyway, what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? Appreciate you guys motherfuckers hanging out with me. I know we stopped talking about the Pokke drama, so I lost like 150 hate watchers. Waiting for Taki to go live. Translating subtitles, that's pretty cool. What is this? Every time I get 5 gifted, I'm gonna throw my ass. Yo, Santotis, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Holy shit, thank you, man. Throw ass for Saints gifted subs. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Sorry, hold on. My bad. Every time I get 5 gifted, I'm gonna throw my ass. Yo, Santotis, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Holy shit, thank you, man. Throw ass for Saints gifted subs. Why is Techie calling me? Yo, you're on stream.
I've been butt-ass naked this whole time. Is that weird?
Every time I get 5 gifted. Wait, that's actually really fucking funny. Wait, holy shit. That's actually fucking hilarious. Damn, that's good. That's really W edit. Yeah, fucking crazy. Actually nuts. First time watching Shane Sim, is it always about his ass? Dark. Honestly, ironically enough, I really never talk about my ass. You just so happen to come in at a weird day. I don't think I've talked about my ass even once on other streams. You just happened to pop in when I was talking about my ass a few times. This week you have been? Have I? Have I? Maybe. I don't know. He's lying. That's every day. We play Wizardry today? Maybe. Maybe. I should walk the ZZ Dev Talk. It's like 15 minutes. Oh, I fucking dude, I don't know. Like ZZZ is like mid. Serious candid question. Would you hold the truth from chat in order to benefit or gain? I would say, yo, Bunny, Rainy, thanks so much for the prime. I would say generally no. Generally no. I would not withhold the truth or be someone I'm not. For the benefit of chat or for content. I'm just not that type of person. That being said, I'm a whore. I'll pop out my titty for some subs, right? I'll pop out my titty for some subs if you want. I'm a whore. I mean, I have very little morals when it comes to there. But when it comes to placating or lying to my chat for gain, no. No. Or give the 50 subs like you promised. I finished the tweet. I finished the tweet, guys. I finished the tweet within that 30 minutes. So, what's that fucking emote? Zam cat. That's really cute. But no, I would never sell out my soul. I'm just not that type of person, and I'm very content where I am at in life financially, that I would never sell my soul out. You're a whore, but not a hypocrite. Got it. I'm still a hypocrite. I'm still technically a hypocrite, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say like I'm like an immoral person. Especially, why would I do that? When I can farm my little kitty. We can farm the little cute little kitty that's laying at the desk. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. She's a little mad because she was like closing her eyes. She's like sleeping on my desk. And now she's got to be content. She's got to be content. I'm turning you into content. I'm turning you into content. Just pet her. The issue is if I try to pet her when I'm holding her like this, she'll like freak out. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah? Yeah? He's gonna eat her if y'all don't give 5 subs. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna eat the cat if I don't get 5 subs. What is the creature name? Her name is Freya. Her name is Freya. Hi, Freya. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sad. Like ultimately, when it comes down to it, I am sad about it. It does suck. Like let's. You guys didn't hear me stutter. Editor, black out the last 30 seconds. You guys didn't hear that. You guys didn't hear that. Last 30 seconds didn't happen. I didn't stutter. Didn't stutter. To put a little bow, to wrap this up and put a little bow on top. It is sad. Let's be real. It is sad. It does suck. It is a very unfortunate situation. But this is the world that we live in. Not everyone is always going to be able to get along with each other and continue to being friends no matter what. It is what it is. And it sucks. And it truly does suck. It's sad. But I think there's just too much animosity between the communities. And when I say animosity, TextureChat does have some animosity. Again, he's like 1% compared to Mr. Pokke. Like, Mr. Pokke's chat is like a true 10 out of 10. Full fucking Kendrick Lamar type hate towards Drake. legitimately like way, way, way too much against Techie and other people. And I feel like it's a lot of disgruntled Hoyo and HSR players who have continued to like Hoyo and HSR and just really didn't have anyone to call their home. It's Space will say, oh, exactly. Crazy this all happened because of one dumbass Twitter take from Poke. Yeah. This would have never happened if it wasn't for Greedy and Stupid and Dark. That's what I mean. Like, that was why I was making those comparisons about Poke, about being Enviosity. Again, I wasn't attacking his character and calling his character Enviosity. I was legitimately just saying that he's turning into a caricature of himself, and these types of memes that he is creating are literally going to be the new mint picker, no one should be getting praised but me situations. Like that, dude, if anything, it was like a warning. I wasn't trying to shit on him, because guys, what kind of positives do I get shitting on Mr. Poke? What do I get out of shitting on him? Like, truly shitting on him, what do I get out of it? All I get is drama, people coming after me, people calling me a pedophile, people calling me a fucking piece of shit, people calling me a fat fuck and I deserve to die. That's all I get. I get hate. So why would I want hate watchers? Here's the thing, guys. And just to come full circle back to it, I would rather have 10 people watching me that fucked with me, that really enjoyed me as a content creator and enjoyed the types of things that I say. I'd rather have 10 people that fuck with me than 1,000 people and all of them hate me and all of them are looking for reasons or preying on my downfall. I would. 1,000,000%. Why? I don't understand it. Why would you want that? For a little bit of money? Because you know what? Those viewers aren't going to be there long term. They're only going to be there when you're probably at your lowest and trying to get something, trying to clip what you say out of context or just watching you so they can clip and send it to another creator. That's all they're there for. They're not going to support you long term. Right? They're not going to support you long term. They're just there for your downfall and they're there temporary. While those 10 people that really fuck with you and like your content, they will be there with you no matter what. They will be there with you through the thick and thin. They will be there with you at your lowest. They will be there with you at your highest. And that's the type of community that I feel like content creators should be building. Not this, oh, I have a lot of viewers, I'm going to say whatever I can to placate them. No, fuck that, man. Fuck that.